Welcome back, everybody. This is it, the final hour of today's episode of Nebula Jazz. So, Rex, staring hungrily down at this squid creature at Zyquoz the Discoverer as he unpeels his tentacle from your graying dome. Everybody in the room sees this, right? Luna, you and Artemis both see Rex and this look on his face, and like something has clearly happened, right? The squid has finished glowing. The two of them seem a bit like dazed. Rex has a hungry look. He has hungry eyes, and and there's a tense moment. What do you do?
Rex, are you okay? I reach out, but I don't touch him.
There's no response.
Yeah, Rex is just like growling.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Zyquoz, you can see him start to like move again, like he shivers a little, like he's starting to come to. But he seems tired, like he's not moving quickly. I mean, Rex, I'm gonna offer you a compel here, that tapping into the void, the hunger of the Sharkanoids, the void must be sated, right? I don't care what this thing is too big for you to stunt eat in one go, but you have to act to satisfy your hunger. Would you like to take that compel, or is Rex able to? No, yeah, okay, all right. So what do you do, Rex?
Rex dives headfirst into the pool.
Okay, Artemis, Luna, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna put the jar down that I had, screw the lid on, and then turn around and watch.
Okay, Artemis, what are you doing?
I'm gonna leave because I know exactly what's about to happen. So I'm gonna like go to where Basil is and just kind of like awkwardly stand there, like
you just like dash out of the room.
Hey,
Basil,
hi.
Basil looks over at you and he looks back in the room. He's like, "Oh dear God, I want to go back in and try to pull him out."
Okay. So let's let you. So there'll be a round basically first. So Zyquoz, you dive into the pool and Zyquoz comes to, and you hear a shout of surprise over the speakers, and he lunges for you with his tentacles. Cool. So now you're gonna have to fight a space squid in a giant swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into it. Okay. So what do you do? You're opening the volley here.
I mean, is my stunt wouldn't work in this situation? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he's too big. He's a krakenoid, and they're too large.
Okay. I'm trying to eat him. I'm trying to just eat this squid. Okay. I need to eat the whole squid. I tapped into the hunger of the Sharkanoids. This is a hefty meal that needs to be had.
All right. So you dive in, and then you start to fight, and the tentacles are coming for you. So I'll let you attack first, because you started.
Just biting ferociously.
Okay. All right. So attack with your forceful. Okay. All right. And I will defend with my forceful. So Zyquoz, he's just gonna try to hold you off for now with the tentacles. I get, let's see here, Zyquoz the Discoverer. I've got a 5 to defend. So I think your initial, unless you want to spend some fate points, remember you still have a free shot on Infinitely Curious. Anybody can use that. But yeah, Rex, you dive in, and he immediately wraps you up in his tentacles, and I think we see you get like kind of like yanked up out of the water. He's like struggling against the tentacles, and he's trying to crush you, and keep you away from him.
I think like
do you want to spend for a reroll?
Rex, no, I would say that Rex isn't properly coherent in his actions, and so it's purely instinct that has thrown him into the pool. So I'm happy to fail the attack roll.
Okay. All right. So you don't get what you want, and I get a boost. So I'm gonna call that boost. So many tentacles. And then I'm going to attack you. So he's lifted you up out of the water, salt water splashing everywhere, and he starts to squeeze you. He's going to try to crush you with his tendrils. So I'm going to roll forceful. How do you defend yourself?
He's just physically resisting. He's just
just
trying to pry the
free.
tentacles open with his hands, and yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Roll your forceful. Okay. I'm gonna use so many tentacles for a reroll.
Okay.
Because I think I can do better. Let's see if that is true. There we go. All right. So I've got a 5 against your 2.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I'll take the stress.
Okay. So you mark your 3 box.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So yeah, he squeezes you, I think, and then he yanks you back underwater. There's thrashing and water splashing everywhere. And now this is when you come in, Basil. So let me just add
Rex, Aurora, Eugene, and Goons.
Mm-hmm. So it's Rex and Basil and how do I fucking spell Zyquoz? Jesus. All right. So Zyquoz. Basil, what's your quick?
2.
Okay. All right. So you're in on this round, but you're at the end of the round. So we will begin with Rex. What are you doing, Rex? You get yanked underwater, and you're hungry as hell. The calamari is fighting back.
So I think for Rex, this is his instincts threw him in the pool, but when he really does get a hold of himself, he's in a fight or flight situation all of a sudden, and so he's just gonna ride it out. He's real hungry. So
this is not the first time Rex has had to fight his way free of things his appetites have gotten him into.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So you're well, might as well finish the job, and you're
So he's just okay. Resuming business here.
Okay. All right. So you take a swing at old Zyquoz.
These rolls.
I'm gonna use Outlaw Sharkanoid to re-roll that.
Okay.
Because I'm tired of rolling low.
I'll roll my forceful as well as you wrestle with him. I've still got you beat by 1.
Okay. I guess I'll just I'll use table for 1 in the sense that this is the perfect meal for Rex. This is more than perfect.
I love that. That's a really clever use of an aspect that table for 1 is a metaphor, but now you're literally Rex eats alone. That's very clever.
This is the size of meal that Rex really enjoys. Having to earn it a little bit first.
I
really,
dig it.
well, it puts the appetite together. So I'm gonna compel that for a +2.
Use it for a +2. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, that's let's see. So I was defending, so that's 1. You have 1 over me now, right? Because you got a 3. Or was that? Yeah, you re-rolled and you're using another, so you spent 2 fate points, right?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So 5 to 4. I'll take the 1. The 1 stress. So now you're underwater and you're punching Zyquoz in his big squiddly face, and he. And it's just thrashing and tendrils. He pulls you in close, and he's gonna try to bite you with his big alien beak. So let me roll to attempt to do that. Oh, and because Basil's in the scene, I have 2 fate points now. Here we go. Try to chomp you. I got a 1.
Beautiful.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a fate point to reroll that because that's terrible, and then you can tell me how you defend.
Ooh.
Oh,
that's
God.
better. Okay, how do you defend? So he's pulling you in. There's bubbles coming up out of your mouth. You're thrashing around in the water. You see him come by, and right in the background there's a huge fake treasure chest that opens, and a bunch of bubbles go bloop, and it closes. What are you gonna do?
I'll take the bite.
Okay, all right. So you've got a 3 to take. Now, which box you filled in your 3 box already, right?
Can I just fill in 1 and 2?
You can fill in 2 and then take 1 consequence.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, you can only do 1 of each thing. Okay, all right. So mild consequence. What do you want to call it?
Bite wound.
Okay, yeah, sure. All right. So you get pulled in, and Basil, as you enter, you see the Krakenoid in the pool, the psychic squid, pull Rex in and then close his beak on him, trying to crack him open like a clam.
From underwater, you hear the muffled sound of what appears to be music, and as the camera comes up out of the water, you hear like, "I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without." And there's Basil holding a radio plugged into a bootleg like socket.
I see where this is going.
And he's like, "If you do not cease, I'll be forced to kill both of you." And he holds it out over the water.
I love it, the scene of you like holding the boombox over your head, but like I'm gonna kill both of you with this shit.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna offer you compel here.
Can I talk about how great this was? That I thought you were trying to compel Rex's love for his beloved with that song, but it was actually a product of a murder weapon you were going to use to frighten him alive.
Always,
Basil,
of course.
I'm gonna offer you compel to do that a slightly different way, in which you don't warn them and you just throw the fucking thing in the pool.
Won't that kill him though?
I mean, it'll electrocute both of them. Yes.
It will, maybe.
All right, yeah, I'll take that compel.
Okay, I figured you would. I'm compelling you to kill the meaty ones.
Yeah.
So there's a moment where you imagine a world where you threaten them, and then you realize
Yeah,
Go
the shot is like I'm holding it up over my head, just like what Sam wanted, and like he has this moment of just like, that's right. He like comes out of his bloodlust, and he remembers his true love and like what he's doing here and the purpose of all this, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, Basil," and then I just toss it in.
Just hurl it into the water. Okay, cool. Let's have you attack, Basil. I don't even like this. Feels like it could be forceful, but it also feels like clever because you're not really directly attacking.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not punching. I'm cleverly attacking.
And they'll both have to resist. Okay. All right. So I'm going to have. I think the appropriate thing here to resist is Zyquoz is forceful. Now you can. It's an attack, so you can spend points on it and stuff. But let's see how it goes.
What is my rolls today? I don't understand.
So Rex does not.
I have a 3.
I'm rolling great, and you're rolling so bad.
I rolled a -3 in that roll.
So yeah, Luna and I guess Artemis, you just see Basil just be like, hup, and it falls in the pool, and then there's just like the lights flicker out, the panel where it's plugged in just blows, just like blows out, and there's like a massive jolt that runs through the pool.
I'm gonna re-roll it. I have to re-roll this.
Yeah, otherwise you take a hit for 2.
Yeah. My resilient outlaw shark-eyed body, owned from years of brawls, electrocutions.
Yeah, you're used to taking punishment. Okay,
Yeah.
Go ahead and re-roll.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. So right now, Basil, you are electrocuting neither of them enough to do any harm.
I would like to use fate points.
Mm-hmm.
I want to use if only I could kill you and everyone you know, because
Perfect. That's what you're trying to do.
Right? Also, I want to use slay the meaty ones because I understand all of the like biomechanical processes of what this will do and how effective it will be. Because the water isn't just water; it's like a special water,
totally
designed for this guy. So I understand that, and yeah, I'd like to have a 6 if possible.
You absolutely can.
Thank you.
Which means you and I will tie, and you'll deal Rex a level 3 wound.
Good.
So somebody gets fried.
Great.
Can I use my stunt? The lethal weapon we established.
Yeah. Let me take another quick look at your stunt here.
I'm just gonna let you know, Jesse, that I do have my stunt left.
Oh yeah, no, you
are the perfect size for my stunt as an existing being. I just want you to know that before you try and fuck me over, that I can eat you in one bite if I want.
By default,
it's out there.
By default
It's
here, Basil, you don't even have to ask to use your stunt. It already counts. So if you want an 8, you can have one.
I want an 8.
Okay, you have an 8. Excellent. Zyquoz takes a level 2 hit. Rex, you can still spend points and do things, but you're looking at
how many points?
You're looking at 5
I just want the
wounds.
fight to stop. I want them to stop fighting each other. That's all I want.
That's gonna happen.
I don't have any points.
Because Rex is gonna
by the way.
fucking pass out and die.
You spent that last one?
I rerolled, didn't I?
Yes, that's right.
From a 0 to a 2.
Okay.
Otherwise,
all right.
I would take 8 points of damage from this fucking teammate of mine.
That's true. Okay, so Rex,
You're resilient. You're strong.
You're gonna need to fill in your 3rd stress box, which is your level 1, which brings it down
and
to
4. A moderate wound.
Yeah, you take a moderate. So you've got bite wound, and then you've also got a moderate wound. What do we want to call this one?
Seafood soup.
Knife in the back.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Sure. That sounds good. Okay. So we'll call this one, quote, knife in the back. It's an emotional wound as much as it is a physical one. It's so good. Shocking betrayal.
I saw that one
That's
too.
really good. That's really good.
Too. Let's use that one.
That one's better.
Excellent. Thank you, Yojobo. All right, so you have a shocking betrayal and a bite wound. I think at this point, Rex, it's your turn. So you can keep fighting if you want to. You've just been like electrocuted. Everybody in the pool just gets like horribly shocked. You can keep fighting or you can give. Now, if you give, that means that Zyquoz gets what he wants. I win the fight, but we get to have a little back and forth. We get to compromise. If you don't give and you keep fighting, then either I need to give, in which case you'll get part of what you want, but we can negotiate, or I'll keep fighting, which might put you out completely, which means you don't get to negotiate.
Okay.
So there's a gamble here, right? Like it's a prisoner's dilemma where neither you or Zyquoz, it's not beneficial for either of you to keep fighting. But if you give, he wins. So what do you want to do? You want to keep fighting, or do you want to?
Can I just eat his head with my stunt?
You
I feel like
cannot.
that is an acceptable size.
Your stunt is consume whole. Anything your size or smaller.
Okay, I grab Basil and pull him in the pool.
You want to attack Basil? Okay.
I grab Basil and yank him into the electrified pool.
Okay. All right.
Because
It's all
I
like-
don't realize it's Basil. I just see someone attack me from the side,
Is
And
it
I
still
immediately-
electric though?
grab them, and throw them in the pool.
Yeah, I don't know that the pool is still electrified, but Rex can certainly like leap out of the pool and grab you and drag you in. Yeah. Okay. All right, Rex. So you can. It sounds like this could be quick or forceful.
Let's do forceful.
Okay. And Basil, what are you gonna do?
Grab him
I
by
would
his
imagine
fucking
I just-
sexy bow tie, and I just pull him in.
I imagine I like try to sidestep him.
Yeah, you're gonna just use quick to resist. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So Basil, you're down by 1. Do you want to spend one of those fate points you got?
Yeah, I want to use just a gigolo because people don't expect me to be as quick as I am because they think I'm just a.
You're light on your feet, right?
Yeah, very
Okay.
light on my feet.
Yeah. For anyone in chat who's wondering if pulling a sex bot into a pool would electrify the pool again, clearly you don't understand sex bots. He's got to be waterproof.
Right?
Like, he has to
Obviously.
be.
Like
Yeah, you have to be
first and
woke.
foremost.
I mean, maybe the first model had some electrocution problems, but
Yee.
Oh my!
so Rex, you leap out of the water, try to grab him.
Yeah, I swipe at him.
Yeah, you swipe at him. You're in midair, and I think this is when Zyquoz lunges out to grab you with his tentacle and pull you back into the pool because he's not going to give either. Now, this has become a 3-way fight. What Zyquoz wants out of this fight, like you obviously want to eat him in part or in whole. Zyquoz wants to subdue you and like, basically crack open your mind like a walnut. Basil, if you were to win this fight, what would you get?
I want them to stop fighting.
just want to end the fight by knocking them out of it. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So Zyquoz lunges for Rex. And I'm going to go with quick this time because that's more in line with what I'm trying to do. So the tendril snaps out of the water, tries to grab you by the waist as you leap at your friend. Rex, how do you defend yourself? Are you just is it a speed thing or?
He's just in a physical frenzy. He's just thrashing. If something reaches out to get him, he'll just like swing back.
Okay. All right.
There's
So
no
yeah,
friend and foe in this situation.
Right. He's entered the shark rage.
Maybe there could have been once.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh
my
dear.
fucking god!
Oh,
Dear.
What is going on with
I
you?
don't know, dude. I rolled like 7 zeros.
Oh my god.
So 4 is enough that the only thing you can do to resist now is take your last hit and get knocked out.
Yeah.
All right. So so when you get knocked out of a fight, you can't when you can't or decide not to handle the whole hit, you're taken out and the opponent decides what happens to you. So yeah,
is the
you'll
fight
take the,
over yet though?
yeah.
No, now he's just gonna kill me and I can't fight back.
I was
So
gonna
unless
say,
he
can
just
I?
want to kill you is the
Sorry.
thing.
All right.
No, Artemis, Dodger, you have a thought?
I was gonna say like, as he like goes to pick up Rex and it's obvious that Rex is like about to pass out. Can I use my stunt
Which is
to like reveal myself as a Mangasi because he is infinitely curious and I would stand out.
we see cluster of tentacles come up out of the water. And Rex unconscious, like hanging from them, dripping. And there's a tendril like coming up that's about to like grab him by the head, and who knows what'll happen when this thing like pillages his mind.
Right.
But then, yeah, you can definitely use your stunt to be like, "Hey, Squidly," and like throw your.
I wanna like run up, and as I run up, like my hood flies back, and like, you know, after all of the crying and like wiping at my face, I'm like very obviously like gold skinned, like I'm glowing right now. And I just want to like yell out like, "Stop, please put him down."
Okay, so everyone in the room has to stop and pay attention to you. So they do. Everything pauses for a moment.
Please, just put him down, please. And not in the water, preferably. I mean,
So-
he's a shark, but
Zyquoz says, "Your friend betrayed me, intended to eat me."
you did something weird with his mind. You didn't tell him you were going to do that.
If your friend was not hard enough to survive the process, that is not my fault.
Look, I promise. If you just put him down, we'll take him away, okay?
I will give him back to you in exchange for. And as he's speaking, you notice like one of his tendrils like has come up and like touches your cheek, and he's like, "Access to your mind instead."
Will it kill me?
Not if you are strong.
Fine, but put him down first.
He just tosses Rex across the room. There's like a crash as Rex lands in a pile of unsorted junk on the other side of the room.
Basil starts to walk over to go tend to him. He's like, "Oh, for the love of..."
All right, fine. Do your weird thing. Go for it. I don't care.
Okay. Yeah. So he like wraps a tentacle around you, and the tip of a tendril like touches your forehead, and same thing, like a sudden like rush of like you're falling into darkness, and you can feel yourself being overwhelmed by the psychic presence of Zyquoz the Discoverer. How do you resist?
I mean, what am I resisting? Like, I just feel like I'm being pulled into nothingness, or
Yeah, basically like overwhelmed by psychic power.
I mean, I know that I don't want to die. So I think that
Simple.
just like it would like going into this knowing that it would be dangerous and being just like a survivor my whole life, I think that I would like cling to this just instinctual need to like live. Like I'm not going to just give into it, you know?
Mm-hmm. What approach do you think that is? Like forceful is the easy one, but I know that's like your worst one.
Right.
So
Say like careful.
I was gonna say careful.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you've
Just
ready,
like I don't
ready
let even mentally I don't let myself get backed into a corner, you know.
Okay. Cool. All right. So let's have you make a roll. Now I guess here's a question before you roll. Are
Sure.
you this will be harder or easier depending on a factor.
Okay.
If you focus entirely on keeping yourself from like getting lost in your own mind space, that's one thing. But if you do that while also trying to keep Zyquoz from learning like all of your secrets, that'll be more difficult.
I don't think that I necessarily think I have secrets.
Primo. All right.
I don't think that it would occur to me in the moment of trying to fight him off that there's anything to hide.
Okay.
He knows I'm in Benghazi and that's like my biggest thing. So
okay. Difficulty is 3 for you for this.
shit.
That is not a 3, that is a 0.
I guess I'll try to re-roll. That's like all I can do, right?
Yeah, you have a fate point that you can use to reroll. There's also an unused boost on his infinitely curious aspect. If you can think of a way to use that, it's a free shot.
Okay. I'll use my fate point for hopeful Benghazi urchin again. Like I'm just like a very cautious person in general. And then I'll also use the free hit on Infinitely Curious because he's digging around because he does think that I have like information he can't get from anybody else.
Oh, so he's like kind of helping you because
he's not focused entirely on like trapping me because he's also searching around in my subconscious.
Yeah. Okay, so we see you because he doesn't want you to die either. He wants to like wring you out for information. So
right.
we get a series of, and I'll let you give me a couple of these like vignettes going backwards from now to like when Artemis was a kid, when you were born, basically, because he's just pillaging all of your conscious memory, and then I'll narrate some stuff. But yeah, give me like a couple of like quick like vignettes that we see in the darkness as you're being like rummaged through, basically.
There's probably like a really, really early memory of, like a back alley somewhere. She's kind of wrapped up in weird, discarded sort of fabrics and things, trying to stay warm. And maybe somebody, walking down the alley, like tosses some trash and it hits her because they don't even realize she's there. That kind of a thing. And then jumping forward a little bit, and she's wound up being involved in a weird like gang of kids that all like steal food from merchants and stuff like that, and kind of like in an odd way having some of the earliest fun memories, like the first time that she feels like she's part of a group and is having fun with like potential friends even though they're not doing anything right. And then I think another like prominent memory that would be really easy to access would be the first time that she saw Rex. And it was probably a moment of like she was hiding somewhere and saw him, take down a bunch of dudes, and just like she became immediately enamored with like how strong he was and how cool he was, and like
cut to him lying unconscious in a pile of garbage.
Yeah, but like that's important for her too, right? Like knowing that she can maybe help him now. is like a reason for her to be there.
So we see all of these memories, and they play in reverse, right? You get younger and younger as we play through them, and then we see there's a flash, and we see Mingasi like genetic scientists like handcrafting your DNA. We see the vast growth banks of the Mingasi. Kind of you're part of the last generation of Mingasi. So there are these like growth banks where these perfect Mingasi children are being bred in their tubes. We see quick flashes that go deeper and deeper into the Mingasi genetic memory, and the billions of years of perfecting their DNA. And eventually, Zyquoz becomes overwhelmed himself by the vast supply of data available to him, and then he snaps his tentacle away from you, and with a squirt of ink, like retreats to the back of his little aquarium.
Yeah, I like fall back and like hold my head.
Yeah, you've got big like sucker marks in your face.
Right, it's super cute.
Luna, what are you doing during all of this?
I'm just staring at it, and I think as he like goes into like the trance of reading her mind, I'm like poking kind of slightly at like one of his like nearby tentacles, but not enough to like.
He's withdrawn completely. Like he's far away from you. But yeah, during the process, you can just be like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, I'm just I'm just studying, and then when he draws back, I'm just like, "So what did you see?"
What?
No, to the dude. To the
No,
dude,
he's
right?
you can't talk to him. He's withdrawn away from you. Like he's hiding in the other
God,
end.
now he's hiding.
He's still in his tank, but he did that thing where he got startled and he like squirted ink into the water and like fled away. And so he's in his little castle right now. You can see his little like, tentacles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I look at Artemis and I'm like, well, maybe we should have sent you in then instead of and I motioned to Rex and I'm like, instead of him.
Yeah, I look up and I'm dazed, kind of the way that Rex was, and it looks like I've been crying again. just like looking around and trying to get my bearings. Rex, where's Rex?
I walk up and I like rub like the sucker marks on your forehead and I'm like, this will have to come off soon. Oh, Rex will be fine. He's over there. And I point to Basil.
And Basil's like, no, he is not okay.
I like get up and try to run over, but I'm still so messed up that I just immediately trip and like slip on water and like fall over again.
Okay. So yeah, what are you gonna do? Do you like take Rex out of there, or what happens?
Yeah, I pick Rex up and he's like smoking and like all beat up.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm like, we need to find a place to rest.
All right. We could go back to the ship.
Basil looks around. He's like, maybe someplace closer.
Well, I don't know my way around here, so we could find something, I'm sure.
And Basil, almost like pissed off that Artemis revealed herself, is like, what about you, Mingasi? Where do you say we go?
What? Oh God! I like cover up my face again. I don't know. I've never been here. It's like kind of muffled because I've got like 2 layers over my mouth.
I sort of just like I just motioned Basil and I'm like, you're the one that did this to him. Perhaps you should find the place.
Oh, for the love of... Basil like walks outside and as he's going, like accidentally hits Rex's head on the door.
Bonk.
Yeah, just like a thud, and he's like, oh. And like tears him through. I want to walk across the street to the guy in the orange suit if he's still there watching us.
Yeah. So he's walking towards you, and because he's been waiting for you to come out, and we see him, and we see like.
Oh, I grabbed the map too.
Okay, yeah. So you scoop the map. We see you as you're getting ready. We cut out to outside, right? And we see him, and he seems like he's like rehearsing lines or something. Like he's moving his lips quietly, and he's like nods and he tucks his pipe away and like brushes himself off, stretches a little bit, and then starts walking towards you as you start walking out. And yeah, what do you do?
You pervert! Where can you stay here?
And, so he starts. He's like, and then he looks at you. He's like, what?
We need accommodations.
He looks around. He's like, "No, you see, I have to. I have something to say to
Yes,
him."
I'm aware. You're a pervert. Where can we stay, pervert?
And he's like, "No, I don't. This pervert, I don't know. I am." And he looks at Rex. He's like, "I have a message for your friend."
Like, Basil gives him this look of just like, oh, for the love, just say it.
And he nods and he's like, "When he wakes up, tell him he's sticking his nose in where he doesn't belong."
And Basil looks around and he's like, pervert, and then walks away and like heads towards what he thinks is like a crappy motel.
And
Space
as you
motel.
and as the group of you walk away, we see him turn, and there's this other guy with the horns that we saw in the bar that's dressed kind of like Rex, and we see him like take a breath and walk over, and he's like, "Where do you think you're going?" And like start the conversation with that guy, and then the group of you leave with Rex in tow. So where Basil, where do you take Rex?
We start headed down what appears to be a main thoroughfare, and notice like not the most not the nicest of hotels, but definitely like by the hour space motel.
Oh,
Yeah.
Where
Because
all
this
of
is
the Mel Gibsons go.
This is what I know.
Exactly.
This is what I know.
You actually passed two of them on the way in. They're like in the entrance.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
bunch.
you know, fireman Mel Gibson and
And they're wondering where the other Mel Gibsons are because they should have showed up for work by now, but no one's arrived. Yeah.
You walk up and it's a handful of Mel Gibsons standing around outside, and they kind of give you like a dirty look, like, "Ugh, this is our hotel." Like,
where are all of
kinda-
the weird science girls? Should they be around here too?
I mean, maybe everybody's
Yeah.
in on this.
They all
Was
got decommissioned. There were problems.
Exactly. Yeah. There was a revolution on Robot 4, and it's just they don't talk about it. So you walk up, and yeah, I think one of them steps in the way. He's like, "Where do you think you're going? This is our hotel." I can't do an Australian accent at all.
It's great. No, it's great so
No,
far.
it's good.
Yeah,
Commit.
So
Come on,
good.
come here.
So
Just
good.
lean into it just a little bit
Let me
harder,
get-
Adam.
Let me get that line one more time.
Give me a do-over. I need to let me try this again. Dollary dues. So you walk up, and yeah, they kind of like jostle you a little. One of them's wearing an evening gown, and I think that the other one has like a football helmet on, and they kind of like jostle you a little bit. But then when you push by, they're just like they don't pick fights or anything with you. And you walk into the lobby, and there's it's like an automated like hotel basically. So there's a little terminal where you can rent a room, and there's an elevator at the back, but it's just like a small little area, and your Rex is dripping on the floor.
I go up to the automated terminal, and it does like a scan of a barcode somewhere hidden in my skin, and it like
You see UV light kind of like pass over you. Yeah, there's a barcode like on your forehead, and the rest of you looks like a Jackson Pollock painting.
yeah, and it scans through, and it like there's like a intergalactic tab for each model, and they pay afterwards because the transaction takes place in the room, so they pay afterwards. So it just marks that they're there, and then they pay when they leave.
Right, and we would see if you like pause the video here on the screen, there would be a list of like all the charges, and one of them is like wet customer, sharkanoid, like, and there's like a blank sum and like a little 4 goes boop appears in the thing, and like so there's all these different like individual little charges. Yeah. Okay.
And it takes like a snap photo, and it's everyone looking just pissed off to be there. It's like
We're all like wet
foursome.
and gross.
Yeah. And so there's a ping as it charges you, and a little drawer opens up, and a room key, a little like key card in a basket, a key card, a bunch of like alien prophylactic devices. So like just a bunch of things in strange like sealed packaging. and these all like, and then maybe like a towel, like like come out on the little tray.
Basil looks down. He's like, better safe than sorry, and takes the towel and leaves the prophylactics.
Like, I could use this towel.
Yeah.
Head up. Awesome. Okay, so you
Why would you need to say better safe than sorry to take the towel?
I don't know. You're wet. I don't know what's gonna happen.
yeah.
Jumping on the
just
floor. Adam
Drop
said
a
so.
toaster in a pool on me. And now you take a towel to be
I
safe.
can't be held responsible for my
Safe and
actions.
sorry?
I'm
To
a
fucking
robot. It's my
pat my
programming.
this down with a towel?
Yeah,
Are you
I'm
kidding me?
I'm dabbing your head as we walk up the stairs.
He's
I'm
making it
treating
up
you like a
to
little
you.
baby. Like I'm just dabbing you.
Yeah, he doesn't know where you've been. Okay, all right. So in the hall, you walk past a group of 3 Mel Gibsons dressed like Vikings, like with Viking helmets and like the whole thing. You walk past them and they kind of just give you like a curious look as you go by. And then Basil takes I guess who opens the door, because you're carrying this, this
I can
box.
do it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you
hits my head again.
Yeah.
you slot the card. You slot the card, and inside is a room, like it's basically a bed and a sink, and then very little. You're all gonna have to like squeeze into this like very small room. And you do, and then the door slides shut behind you.
I place him down on the bed, and some like music starts playing. I don't know, just some Blondie starts playing for some reason, and I look to the others. I'm like, well, do something. I only know how to take them apart.
I look at Luna. You're a doctor, right? You can like fix him?
Well, I can try. Oh God, this is gonna go terrible.
So what are you trying to do?
Are there any visible wounds on him? I'm imagining there's got to be at least one.
He's been bitten. He has a giant bite mark.
Mhm.
That's true. I guess it's gonna be like one of those scenes where you get like the string and you tie it at the end, and then you get the needle and you just slowly sew them back together. So, and he's passed out, so he's not gonna feel it. Hopefully, maybe. But who cares? You electrocuted him. What could I possibly do that's worse?
Don't put this on me. I didn't jump in the water.
You electrocuted him, and now look where we are. We're in a hotel of yous, and they all said lewd things as I walked by, and we didn't have to be here.
I'm feeling quite welcome.
Fix him, please. Is he even conscious? You're unconscious, right, Rex?
Just like lying on this dirty bed.
Okay. I'm like pacing around as much as I can in the cramped quarters. Like I'm just like really
fidgeting.
antsy to make sure that Rex is okay.
Can I good news everyone this moment right now? Can I totally pull a professor right now?
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna reach in my pack and pull out some bandages that I can place over the bite wound, but it takes time to heal. So basically, I place it on him, and it'll have to soak into his flesh, and then over time, like the chemicals within will repair.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to just get rid of his bite wound, it'll be a difficulty. You can make a difficulty 2.
Okay.
Careful roll.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if you need to, you can trigger your you can use your aspect.
Yeah, I think
Looks like you're gonna need to. Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right.
And while I'm doing this, can I use my other stunt to discover something about Rex?
I mean, you already know, because you're a player. You already know all of Rex's aspects.
Oh, so there's nothing else I need to worry about. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there's anything else I could learn.
No. So that'll clear bite wound. So Rex, you can do, and all your stress clears up. And we need to change. We need to change your level 6 complication. Just change the name of it, because you're not knocked out anymore, but it sticks around. So what do you want to call it, Rex?
Did I not have 2 level 4s?
That's not how it works. You have slots.
Right.
You have slots for a 2, 4, and a 6.
Okay. I just renamed it to Got My Ass Beat by a Squid.
Perfect. That's yep.
Great.
Perfect. All right, cool. I will add that. I still get a free shot on both of those. Beat by a squid. Okay. So the way that healing those work is that your level 2 complication, or your level 4 complication rather, consequence, will go away after next session, at the end of next session. And then your severe consequence will stick around for basically the rest of this arc.
Oh God.
Damn.
You will always remember you got your ass beat by a squid.
Man, if only someone hadn't done 6 damage to me with a toaster, I might not have a severe consequence for the rest of the season.
But you only remember that a squid attacked you.
I mean,
That's
yeah, I'm just saying out of character. If only someone hadn't done that, my character wouldn't be crippled.
But
in
in
the second
character,
episode of the
you don't
entire
know.
season.
Don't take this out on me.
Huh.
It makes
Gee
it
whiz.
makes your character older and grittier. If anything, I'm helping you.
That's like the worst thing. And
Listen,
oh,
kids,
God.
if Jesse Cox ever offers to help you, say no.
Yeah,
Lesson learned, kids.
because it hurts him more than it hurts you.
Yeah, I didn't want to electrocute you. You wouldn't stop fighting.
Doing it because I love you, buddy.
I love you. That's true.
I
Sounds
don't
good to me.
believe you.
I love everything about what just happened. I'm all over
It
all
makes
of
for good storytelling, right?
perfect. Well, because it means that we can compel, like, it's an aspect. It's on your sheet, so we can. I can use it against you by spending fate points. We can also compel. We can be like, yeah, but buddy, you got your ass beat by a squid. At the beginning of any given session, if you want to change it, you can, but it always needs to be negative. You could change it to like essentially whatever you want, because your opinion or your feelings about that consequence can change, but it's always going to be some bad. You will always remember that time you got your ass beat by a squid, but your opinion about it might change. So that'll be a thing that's on your sheet for a while now, but that's okay.
He just calls it squid or too big to eat.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
like, I'll always remember now. I can't eat
don't bite off more
Kraken
than
aliens.
don't bite off more than you can chew, right? Could very easily be an evolution of that, but yeah. So who is there when Rex wakes up?
I would not leave his side.
Okay, sure.
I would
that makes
stay
sense.
there.
Basil, are you present?
Of course, yeah. Basil is like in the corner just watching him.
All right, Rex. So you wake up to your friends around you. You're dripping wet in a weird hotel room. I mean, this hasn't happened to you in a while, but it's not the first time this has happened. And you see your friends around you. What do you do?
He kind of like half sits up. It's like, what the fuck? Feel like I've been electrocuted.
I just stare at Basil.
Basil stares back and is like,
He like holds his head.
Basil stares back and is like, it was crazy, sir. The fight was so intense. A radio fell in the pool and
What
like
fight?
gives everyone a death glare. Like, if you, I'll kill you too.
God.
Yeah.
I just all I remember is that thing touching my head. On the plus side, I think I know where the map is going. Fuck, I'm hungry.
I love punch drunk Rex.
I can go get something for you to eat. What do you want that isn't alive? I'm not gonna like bring you a living thing. That's weird.
Do we know that you know that Rex is responsible for your people's death?
No.
That is a secret.
It is an internal conflict as of
Why
right now.
are you even saying that like it's a thing? It was those fucking robot fucks, all right, that destroyed the world. Okay, Rex had nothing to do with it.
Wasn't
I'm just
I
saying she doesn't
shot
know
the
that.
man? 'Twas Smith and Wesson you ought to blame.
Yeah, no, all right. I just want to know where you were character-wise. That's all.
Rex kind of looks around the room and he's like, are we in a love motel?
Yes, sir. Before you passed out, you requested it. And like he gives like a little smirk over to the others.
He kind of waves his finger as he like groans to get up, and he's like, "Now I know you're full of shit."
Basil gives like a robotic like ha 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 ha.
All right. Rex kind of puts his weight on the wall. He's like, "We should probably leave."
You need to rest. I mean, I know you don't want to hear this, but you're like really messed up right now. Like you need to sleep for a little bit longer.
It's just a scratch.
No, it's not. What are you talking about? Why are you so stupid? Just lay back down, will you?
Who do you
Yeah,
think you're
that's-
talking to?
I like go to shove him back down. I'm like, you have no idea how expensive those bandages are. You should wait for them to finish.
She's a doctor.
It was totally
I mean,
unnecessary.
you can call me stupid,
I
but
would've
she's a
healed.
doctor.
I would have healed just fine.
I mean,
right.
you have no idea what happened to you, so. You
Oh,
got
was
your
that?
ass
Is
kicked.
this the running gag? I'm the only one that doesn't know.
Yeah, you got your ass kicked.
Jesus, that would be the worst. It's like going out with your friends, you get blackout drunk, and then no one will tell you what happened. You're like, what did we do? And they're like, oh, don't tell them. It's fine. You're fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, well, if I don't remember, it doesn't count. That's why I say.
So do you leave, Rex? Are you like,
Yeah.
come on, let's go? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
let's go.
Okay. So Rex leaves after a few minutes in the hotel.
Limps out.
Yeah.
And
Groaning
I guess
and
the
limping.
rest of you follow after. And we fade out on that scene, and before we end the episode, we fade up on a pool whose inkiness is starting to dissipate, and there's a tentacle stretched up out of the water, and it's holding like a telephone, but it's like a sci-fi phone, but we know it's a phone, and he's holding it up to a speaker, and he's saying, yes, I'm sure, yes, Huntress, on the station. Thank you, Huntress. And then we fade to black. And we'll find out next time what the fuck all that was about.
What the fuck?
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Another lovely episode of What the Hell is Actually Going On. I would like to particularly thank Sam for playing that ridiculous fight scene with me. Thanks for rolling with that one, buddy. That was inspired. Nice done.
We've never taken a severe consequence, any of us, right?
No, that's the first time we've ever had anybody knocked out of a consequence or out of a fight.
I've been trying to make it a habit of old
right.
man Rex taking some punches, but I didn't expect him to take that many punches. That was a little
One
bit,
that will literally last forever.
I think rolling like 5 zeros was few too many punches.
Yeah, one too many hits to the old noggin with the squid.
Hits. So thank the dice for that one.
Excellent. Well, let's do some shout outs and then we'll go and record our Patreon video. Luna, aka Pokket, why don't you go first?
Hello there, I'm Pokket, and you can find me at Pokket on Twitter and Twitch, and I stream every day. Been doing a lot of Halloween makeup and had a lot of fun today. And Jesse's gonna kill us all.
That's probably
If this was any other format game, I think my character would have died.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done this in any other format game. I wouldn't have even attempted it.
We've had 2
cannot
episodes,
believe you.
Jesse, and both episodes, it's felt like one of us was gonna die because of you.
To be fair, though,
as
I was gonna say,
as
to be
far
fair,
as I
like,
understand,
Sam has like attacked us before in other.
That is true.
series.
No,
He's
I totally.
me.
I think
Untrue.
storytelling wise, it's hilarious. I'm just saying.
yeah, and as far as I understand, he can't die. He can lose a fight, but he can't die. I think we established that like last session. So like I wouldn't go as crazy as I am if I thought that I'd kill one of you, because that would suck. But because I can't kill you, oh, it's gonna be fun.
I don't think it's that we can't die, right? It's that like
It's
fate
certainly
is much more about the storytelling.
it can be on the table. Let's talk about all this in the post show. I'll
Sure.
kind of walk through like what would happen in a life or death situation. Jesse, whether or not you're going to betray all of us, why don't we get a shout out from you? We'll at least give you that.
Well, I fully intend to betray. No, hey, all my stuff is on the screen. I am constantly in love with doing this stuff and with these guys and with you guys. And I hope you tune in next week for even more shenaniganry. I'll try not to kill anyone, although I won't try to get up to no good. Wait, I won't. Shit's gonna happen.
I won't not.
Yeah, I won't not try to get up to any good.
Too late. Already quoted.
Excellent. All right. Old Rex, the punching bag. Sam, why don't you shout it out for us?
Hi, I'm Old Rex, the punching bag. For friend and foe alike. Twitch.tv/Strippin is where you'll find me. Most days from noon PST. Fuck, that was some hot lyrics. I'm going to be playing the new 4.1 patch of Final Fantasy tomorrow. And probably trying out Shadow of War. So feel free to come on over and say hi.
Excellent. Thank you. And last but not least, Dodger.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dodger. You can find me at Dex Bonus on pretty much everything, including Twitch. And I also have a coffee company that is launching this week, which I'm very excited about. And you can find that at dodgercoffeeco.com. We've got beans and cold brew. And so far, everybody in this office really likes the cold brew. So I'm going to take that as like a really good sign. Why am I purple, JP? What happened there?
Who knows? Why does anything?
So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Nebula Jazz is always super fun.
Excellent. Thank you. I am Adam Koebel. You can find me at twitch.tv/Adam Koebel. Or you can find me on Twitter at Skinny Ghost. You will find me next right here, starting the new arc of Court of Swords, which is our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons game that is happening tomorrow afternoon. Make sure you check out JP's schedule page for all the exciting roleplay stuff. And we will see you again next week at 9 p.m. Eastern for more Nebula Jazz, which I'm very excited about. So we'll see you then, everybody. Thanks for coming. We're going to go and record the Patreon video, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.